All right. Hi, hi everyone, and welcome to TWF Impact or Hit. I, Joey Styles, Jonathan Coachman, and Aiden English here. And today on Impact or Hit, we know we're gonna have, a good show here today on Impact or Hit. Joey Styles says. That's right, Jonathan Coachman said we're going to have a good show here today on Impact or Hit here. And we already have the hidden overstar who's already in the ring. Jonathan Coachman says. Yes, he is, Joey Styles and Jonathan Coachman. He's already in the ring. He came with that WCW Toy Biz Bill Goldberg doll. So all the Bill Goldberg dolls we have, he would have come with it. But that was the last one we got from the American Thrift Center, the Vinlander Thrift Mill at one time, Aiden English says. But hey, he's ready for the match. He's ready for a fight, either way. Well, who's he going to be fighting here today? Joey Styles says, your guess is as good as mine. Well, I can tell you one thing, Jonathan Coachman says, whoever he's going to end up fighting, hopefully they know what they're getting into when they're dealing with him. Yeah, that could be true. Aiden English said that would be true. Hopefully they know who they're getting into when they're fighting him. And they're fighting him. Well, it does look like we know who he's going to be fighting now, Aiden English says. We got Otis Droznik. First, so Otis Droznik said, this is who I'm going to be fighting here today. This small man. Don't get me wrong, I don't have anything against him being small, but it's like, I don't need to know who you are. Oh, I'm not a hidden wrestler that came with every WCW Toy Biz Bill Goldberg doll that was made between 98 YL. And I don't even know what my name is. I think they're saying I was like Rey Mysterio. Yeah, probably looks like Rey Mysterio. If you want to think of it, it may have been the first Rey Mysterio doll ever made. It is Rey Mysterio, that's who it is. But I don't know what's going on. Well, let me hopefully have an answer for... Fuck, I can't stand up now. Stand up. I can't stand up anymore in this ring at all. Now I need to stand. Which is kind of sad. But then it seems to be something that both Hasbro and Mattel are guilty of. Alright, astronomer. Alright. So, you don't know who he is. And to be honest with you, I don't know who he is. I like to say that most likely, I most likely like to say that, that you have to be some offshoot of Rey Mysterio or some hidden wrestler. Well, your guess is as good as mine. Sorry for that burp. So yeah, we're going to have the match between, we'll say, the hidden wrestler and Otis Droznik here today on Impact or Hit. And we're also crafting up to our next Yield show. I guess it's gonna, it's gonna happen soon. The next Sold Out. I know, old WCW Yield show that WWF, WWE never did. So, hey, we can do that now, right? Well, we just heard from Astronema now, and it looks like this match is going to happen. And yes, the next Sold Out is going to be coming up soon. Joey Styles says it's going to be coming up soon. And I understand that then we'll know if Seth Rollins will be ready to go, because him and Moore are going to be fighting at Wrestle Dream, or Wrestle Dream 1, Joey Styles says. But let's also talk about Otis Droznik. I mean, this is a man who, he's still in WWE right now. A man who started out on NXT, went to SmackDown, and then went to Raw. And the only thing he ever had to show for that was being a Golden Boundary winner back in 2020 YL, before he had to am up, yielding that up to The Miz. Well, that be true, Jonathan Coachman says. But Otis Droznik is a former W Raw tag team fighter with Chad Gable, so at least he'd done that, Jonathan Coachman says. Oh! I think that had to be a mistake. And now he's out of the ring now. And the Fight Lord got knocked down, but I think that was a mistake or a mishap. 1, 2, 3. Don't forget. Oh! Don't forget, Aiden English says that the Toy Wrestling Gathering, we have always had, wrestlers from sundry other skilled wrestling businesses, and some even weren't from it, living up to the toy end of itself. But if I can think back, I believe this skilled wrestler, this hidden wrestler, was in the Toy Wrestling Gathering back in between 98 YL till 99 YL, Aiden English says. Because he came with the WCW Toy Biz Bill Goldberg doll. Before, back in the day when the old leadership used to go around and throw dolls and toys out. Aiden English said, well, he got caught. Otis Droznik just caught him. Joey Styles said, you're right about that. Aiden English says, you're right about that. Otis Droznik caught him. Back in the day, Joey Styles said the old leadership used to throw wrestlers out when they didn't think that they would need them anymore. Yeah, Jonathan Coachman said, we're only lucky that we even got some of ourselves back. Well, it doesn't happen as much anymore, Aiden English said. They only get thrown out when they get broken and you can't heal them. 1, 2, 3. Ding, ding, ding. Here is your winner, Otis Droznik. So Otis Droznik has beat the hidden wrestler here today on Impact, or Hit, Joey Styles says. Yes, he has, Jonathan Coachman says. And some folks wonder if the bind between Otis Droznik and Destroyer or Destroya is over. At the end of the day, your guess is good as mine if that is over or not. It looks like it's not, Aiden English said. Destroyer's back, or Destroya's back. The Bandai Destroya, not the Playmates Destroya, which we also have too. Yeah, Destroya, he's back again, beating up on Otis Droznik. He still hasn't gotten over taking the loss to Otis Droznik, and one of the Friday Night SmackDowns being filmed in Wydoboro outside of Ollie's, Joey Styles says. No, he has not, Jonathan Coachman said. He has not gotten over that at all. Well, sadly, I don't think he ever will get over it, Aiden English says. And now, sadly, he just took out Otis Droznik. So I think at the end of the day, Yeah, the bond between the both of them are not over. And alright, now we're going to take it away to Gorilla Monsoon. Thank you, Joey Styles and Jonathan Coachman. I'm going to be talking with Destroyer here today on Impact or Hit. And I don't care if it's the Toy Bit, I don't care if it's the Bandai doll or the Playmates doll. Alright, Destroyer, however you say that name. Destroyer is a Frenchish borrowed word, and Destroyer is just a Donnish take on the Frenchish borrowed word with an A in it. So it seems to me that your bind with Otis Droznik is not over. Oh yeah, Gorilla Monsoon, it's not over. You know, I'm telling you right now, my bind between Otis Droznik is not over. So you still haven't gotten over that one Friday Night SmackDown where you lost Otis Droznik and White of Burrow outside of Ollie's. Yeah, and I'm still not over that, Gorilla Monsoon. And if Otis Droznik thinks that I'm done with him, he's got another guest coming. Well, sadly, Destroyer, apparently it seems after you struck him, he's now going to be coming after you again. Yeah, I don't care if Otis Droznik wants to come after me or not. I'm not worried about that. I'll deal with that bind that I'm in. I don't know if Otis Droznik can deal with me, but I know I can deal with Otis Droznik. Well, that's my talk with Destroyer, whatever you say that. Back to you, Joey Styles and Jonathan Coachman. Thank you, Gorilla Monsoon, for talking with Destroyer here today on Dynamite. Here today on Impact or Hit. I, Joey Styles, Jonathan Coachman, and Aiden English. We hope you like Impact or Hit, and we'll see you tomorrow for Friday Night SmackDown.